What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Destiny Expanse podcast, a show about all things Destiny. I'm Quasi. With me on this beautiful Sunday morning is RN Jesus himself, Death Charger. How are you today, sir?
Good morning, Quaz. Good morning, fellow Guardians.
In today's show, we're going to be briefly running down some recent news, and following that, we're going to reminisce a little bit about vanilla and not the ice cream. We'll be talking a little bit about vanilla Destiny and some of the things that we did and are going to miss about that game. We'll also talk about what we're looking forward to the most in Destiny 2 and what characters we're going to main out of the gate. Stay tuned towards the end of the show. I'll be giving away 2 Destiny codes, one for Walmart bonus at double XP and 1 random Rockstar energy code. Let's get this show started. So, Charger in the news, a little thing dropped the other day about the Destiny 2 raid Leviathan, and it's going to be released at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, September 13th. That's only 1 week after Destiny 2. It was also revealed that Leviathan may be the name of a world-eating Cabal ship, which is that's a big ship. So what do you think about this? Is it on to hit the race to max level?
Yeah, you could say here we go again. Even if you jump back all the way back to dang it, I said it right there. The Vault of Glass in 2014. Me and Quasi had a little thing. These are the words we're not going to say since it's a live cast, but yeah, I already blew it, so no fear. Vault of Glass released 1 week after the original opening of Destiny 1.
I was kind of curious about that. I wasn't around in Destiny long enough for Vault of Glass to drop. I checked in. I think I hit level 15 on my Warlock.
You checked in, you checked
the
out.
Game, and it was like, no, this game blows.
This is the same for you.
So which is weird because 2 months later I was back right before Dark Below came out, and I got suckered into buying every DLC ever since. But okay, so you said the Vault of Glass dropped a week after.
Dropped a week after. Normal. Don't quote me on that.
Because I don't remember that one, but I know that Wrath of the Machine did.
I'm pretty sure they're all within that range. It's good and it's bad. And here's what my thought process is on that. It's good because it really forces a lot of people to really get in there, get active with the game, and get up to the light level. Because being raid ready for when the normal raid drops and all the excitement around that, it is a good time. Unfortunately, there are also a lot of people that don't either have the time or are able to put the time in to get there. So it also creates some animosity within groups, within clans, but hopefully everyone respects that and everyone's able to get to where they want to be at, or they're at least able to entertain that. It's one of those things within the Destiny Expanse clan. Everyone is going to get there. I mean, getting in, learning the mechanics, learning the structure, what works, what doesn't work, and mastering the raid is one of the biggest things that I love about Destiny. How they're going to improve that in Destiny 2 obviously remains to be seen, but my intention is to be there on the 13th.
Yeah, mine too. I'm really looking forward to taking some time off. I know when the Rise of Iron dropped, I had, God, I think in just the first 3 days alone, I had about 60 hours. It was kind of ridiculous. So they released a live-action trailer. Jordan Vogt-Roberts, director of Kong Skull Island, was tapped to helm the new Destiny 2 live-action trailer. It's all about the puppies. What'd you think about the new trailer, man?
I'm glad it ain't about cats because I'm highly allergic.
Yeah.
Live-action trailers, I think, are always good. I don't think they really capitalized like they did in the original Destiny.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
With Zeppelin in the background. There was a lot of guilt by association with the soundtrack that they used for this live action video. But I'm not going to steal your thunder on that one. I still think it was good, but it didn't quite have the hype that the live action trailers, in my opinion, for what they had with D1.
Yeah,
still good though. Still good. Still encouraging it.
Yeah, I still liked it. Sabotage, man. Are we watching Star Trek, or what are we doing here? I don't know.
Well, we do have Star Trek. We got a little bit of Cabane. What's the next movie? That'll be the trivia quiz on next round.
Oh, call. Well, Cobain himself. Yeah, so the PC beta ended earlier this week, and first impressions were resoundingly positive. The 60 frames per second in 4K with precise aiming. It sounds pretty good, no?
I think it sounds fantastic.
It looked pretty good.
Wowzers, as you would say.
What jinkies?
Uh, this is what I want to capitalize on a little bit. I was really, really tempted to download the beta and play on PC, but I held back because I kind of didn't want to spoil my console experience. The Destiny PC version is not a port. It is its own standalone, and they've had multiple people working on the PC format, and that's why it is running a little bit behind, but they are making sure that all the bases are covered. And based on what I saw with reviews from avid PC gamers, PC review sites, stuff like that, very, very positive for the beta. There are a few people that I obviously play both the console and the PC beta, and most are saying exactly like I would hope to hear, that they should have never released the console beta that they gave to us. Because if you remember right, you go back to that time frame, it was a whole lot of lackluster. You know, it's like, yeah, you got this machine here and it's huge, it's awesome, but it ain't got no gas, it can't go nowhere. And it felt very lackluster. The PC version, from what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, they resolved all that, you know. And I think going forward with the PC there and the console, I think they're going to mirror each other. But what I'm going to say on this is I think it's going to push either side of the equation up. So if there's things that work on the console and don't work on the PC or vice versa, I think it's going to elevate the game higher up, because you're going to have people that play on the PC market that are avid MMO players and have had experience with other games. And if their suggestions come into the market and the console comes into market, and then Bungie is able to take all that information and make a better game, I think it's a double win for both sides of that equation. Before, we only had what we were looking at with the console market, and you had, you know, current gen versus last gen being Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. As these consoles, I think, are going to come up a little bit more, and when the next gen console comes out, you know, that's anyone's guess within the next couple of years. You got the Xbox One X coming out in November. It's going to be interesting to see how they mirror and how far we can actually push that envelope.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see what they're going to do with the PC, because when they nerf guns on the console versus PC, if it's going to be different just because of the precision aiming and how that's all going to go down, I'm really curious to see how that works. Just wanted to briefly mention that Bungie has also been offering pins through the Bungie store for the Houston Hurricane Relief Fund. The pins run $15 each and come with a redeemable code for a new heart emblem. It's very cool and supports a good cause. If you're interested in the pin and want to help out those suffering in Houston and the surrounding areas that were hit by Hurricane Harvey, go to bungie.net/store. Please go and check that out. I think it's a good cause, and they've done this in the past, and it's really nice to see a developer go out of their way like this.
Yes, it is. You know, you get your pin and then you get your emblem, in-game emblem, and everything else. You know, they did this for what was the first one?
Nepal, and then
Nepal.
They have the Heart Foundation too, right?
They had the Heart Foundation, which, you know, the Bungie Foundation, they give to a lot of various charities, St. Jude, and other very worthy causes. And there's been a lot of Guardians that have come forth and, you know, done some pretty miraculous things when we all band together and, you know, get it done. So with this, I know my cost was like $18.63. Even if you, right? Yeah, that's everything. That's just to my destination. Yours could vary, but I mean, it's under $20. There's people down there that lost their home. You know, they lost their system. And this is trivial, you know, losing a system, losing a home, but, you know, family, friends, and most of them are getting back home. If you read on the news this morning, and literally there is nothing left. Everything they had has been gone. So if you're able to afford that and push that effort through, Bungie can continue to do these type of activities, and it goes right to those people in that area.
Yeah, absolutely agree. I think that's going to do it for news today. If you like the show and want to support us, subscribe to us on iTunes and leave a review. We greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions you'd like us to read on air, you can always email us at destinyexpanse@gmail.com. That's destinyexpanse, one word, @gmail.com. And if you'd like a Walmart double XP code, log into your Bungie account at bungie.net/redeem and enter the code in all caps YMF-TML-AR3. And once again, that's YMF-TML-AR3. Now, the fine print says that while Target and National Pop Tart codes will be available September 6th, this is a Walmart code, and Walmart codes will not be available until November 2nd. I don't know why that is, but just be aware that that's a thing. It will accept the code, but you may not be able to actually redeem the code and use the XP bonus for whatever reason until November 2nd. Not a big fan of that, but you'll also need to sign up for a free Kellogg's account as well. Best of luck to whoever gets that. Hope you enjoy that code. And now we're going to go ahead and move away from the news. Charger, the end of an era is here. In 2 days, we will be consumed by the not darkness once again and starting all over. It's a little sobering, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, this is going to be our freelance area, so this is kind of anything goes. So all the words on so on, so forth, so but, and okay, and are back in play. Very unprofessional, but this is just our reminiscence area.
Well, that's how I like to roll. Very unprofessional.
Yes. No polish here. The no shave 3 day, 4 day, whatever you got.
It's not no
it is sobering to a degree. I know I'm going to go back on the 24th simply because I want to finish out the rest of the grimoire that our fellow PlayStation users were able to enjoy and get, and eventually I will have mine as well. But even on that sobering aspect, you got to look at what this game has done. We just talked about Houston. We talked about Nepal. The friendships and everything else that it has generated, and how the people that are currently playing this game and what Bungie has basically provided us a platform to build upon has done. It's almost overwhelming. I mean, most of you that know me personally or play with me online, I don't play anything else. That was never the case before this game. I was involved in other games. I know that's hard to believe, but I was involved in other games, and nowhere near as passionate as I am about this one.
That's a fact.
My son plays. I don't even know how many hours I got since I changed the companion app, but it's up there, and I'm still playing today. I'm going to be playing tomorrow. And like I said, I will be playing on the 24th just to finish it out. And I'm not a super completionist. I think I only have one other Xbox game that I completed front to back, but it's the format and the game that Bungie put forth on it that really made it happen for me. And like I said, the people, the friends, yourself, Quaz, that I've met in this 3-year journey, it's sobering, but it's going to be a new page here with D2. Learning everything that's new, hearing that the lore is going to be kind of coming back, maybe not in the sense of what we know today in D1, but coming back to a certain degree. And it's bittersweet. I won't say it's sobering. I'll say it's bittersweet.
Yeah, I completely agree. We were doing the King's Fall raid the other day, and I was just thinking about it while we were playing and thinking, wow, this is the last time that I'll probably be shooting War Priest in the face. And it was kind of a surreal moment, just like what you're talking about. And today I hopped on for a little bit and ran some strikes, and it got my moments of triumph box.
Yep.
And while I'm playing, I was thinking about that too. One of the things that I'm actually going to miss, and it sounds stupid. It sounds really stupid. One of the things I'm actually going to miss the most about vanilla Destiny is the tower. The tower is just it's familiar. It's comfortable. I know where everything is. It's you land, and it's something you don't really think about. You're like, oh, I got to go to the tower and pick up my crap from this vendor or that vendor or the postmaster. But at the same time, you land and there's all these people there, and sometimes they just have ridiculous names, and it's fun to people watch, and there's all these people saying, I don't know that that's not going to change so much with Destiny 2, but at the moment. It's just what I'm familiar with. So I
Yeah.
feel like, oh man, I'm actually going to kind of miss the tower. That
Well,
kind of
you're going to
sucks.
still have that. You're going to have that with the farm, but rather than 12 people to make fun of their names at, you're going to have 26.
Sure, but
I'm just kidding.
I just have
We
that.
don't make fun of people's
I have
names.
that
Come on.
attachment, man. 3-year attachment to the tower now.
Correct.
Uh,
Correct.
but I was also thinking about things I'm not going to miss about Vanilla Destiny. I'm really not going to miss Orbit. Let's just be honest. That's probably at the top. Not going to miss Orbit too much.
That's those are beer runs for me. I don't know what you're
Nigel
talking about.
might.
Yeah.
Nigel might miss Orbit.
Oh, that's gonna be bad.
It's a
I
rough
don't know
day.
if they make a 20-foot straw back to the fridge, but
Well,
yes, we are adults, folks.
yeah. I think it's kind of sad. On one hand, it's sad that it's coming to a close, and it was what another thing that I hate is like all my gear is going to be gone, all my guns, all my gear, all my shaders, all my emblems. I just unlocked another shader today, and I thought I'd already had the Midas shader, but I guess I didn't. I don't know.
You
Actually, think I
you'd
do.
probably be amazed if
I'm
you
probably pretty
sit.
sure I do, but
You'd probably be amazed if you actually sat down and go back and look at what you have. Because I mean,
oh, dude, there's so much
once
stuff.
once I went back into it, I went and I hard charged after everything. Right now the only thing that I'm missing is
You are charged.
hard charged. Yeah, a few trials emblems, no scarab, obviously. Clearly, no secret there.
Nobody cares about trials.
One or two emblems and a couple shaders from trials. There's one emblem that I don't have that I actually have to grind 320 strikes out on, and I may elect to go do that, but God, does that sound painful.
That sounds horrible.
Well, not only that, but you don't get any of the Vanguard strike bounties for it either. You only you get is just your standard Vanguard bounties, period.
Well, sure.
Going through trying to
guarantee you're even going to get that.
No, there's not. I mean, it's a higher chance. It is a higher chance since they
by like 0.003.
No, I'd say it's higher than that because I actually pulled just last week one of the shaders that I didn't have, and Priest was looking for the same thing. Was the shader of Mostly Cloudy, which is a Vanguard shader that drops. And
the shader of Mostly Cloudy, is that really the name?
Mostly Cloudy. Yes, it is. And Priest was able to pull it in 3. I had to go in there. I had to roll through 8 of them, but I got it. It dropped, so I was happy. So I need to do that. I'm still finishing out. I think I've got 4 or 5 quests open on my Titan, and every single quest will be done on that. I'd still like to get that done, but of course, as I'm rolling through all this, Amanda Holiday pops something up, and it's the Impress Shaxx Crucible quest. And of course, they want me to go play Rift, and of course, Rift is not on the menu for this week, so that's kind of bleh. Yeah. But everything else I'm going to have done. My Warlock's got everything done, but the Refer a Friend. My Titan's got the Refer a Friend. That's kind of why I was pushing forth on it. There's still, a lot of stuff to do there. It's just whether or not you are the type of person that wants to complete it all and say, yeah, I did this, or no, I didn't. Now, with that, there's been a lot of elusiveness going on at Bungie with Luke Smith and other people saying there are more rewards for veteran players than what they have already announced. I think it was 5 or 6 different emblems. Oh, yeah. So I'm really interested to see what they do. They're being pretty tight-lipped about it. I think the masses speaking the way they spoke kind of got back at some of the higher ups and said, hey, you're right. It does matter for the people that played D1, and they are people, and they are the ones that basically filled our sails with wind during this 3-year time frame. We may not be there if it weren't for these people playing, promoting, doing podcasts, YouTube videos, streaming, Guardian Con, all these other aspects that are out there that have pushed this game to where it is today. So with that, I'm kind of anxious to see what all happens with it. I really am. I think if you haven't played Destiny 1 in a while and you are a Destiny 1 player, my suggestion is you do log in, go do some stuff. Reminisce kind of like the same way we're reminiscing right now. I don't know if there's going to be anything there for you once D2 hits, but I think there'll probably be a good likely chance that there will be.
Well, I'm definitely going to log on and try to race you for the shader of mostly clear.
Mostly clear. That's a new one. I think that's a limited. You got to do. I don't know.
So let's talk a little bit about Destiny 2, man. Let's talk about some Destiny 2 hype here. While I'm
Okay.
sad that Vanilla's coming to an end, I think for most of us it's a little sobering. At the same time, man, we're so hyped. I mean, how hyped? So hyped for Destiny 2 to come out. Charger, what are you looking forward to the most for Destiny 2?
Actually, getting clarity on the game, point
Oh,
blank.
it actually comes with the shader of clear.
Yeah, the clear
Yeah,
shader.
mostly clear.
That's your starter, your lacquer, or
Yeah.
your top
Your
coat.
lacquer. That's funny.
Just getting into the game. I've talked about this before. Go back and how I kind of was forecasting how they wanted this snowball to be rolling and going. And the early days of the announcement on this game were worrisome, to say the least. It seems like every single time Luke opened his mouth, there was something that was critical or could be taken critical, and a lot of Guardians spoke up about it. There was announcements that, okay, all the guns are static, locked loadouts, grimoires going away, and people were attached to that in D1, and I'm still saying people are still attached to that. Destiny 2 is going to be Destiny 2, and it's going to be new, it's going to be different. But the ups and the downs and the ups and the downs really, it made for a worrisome time. I mean, we've talked about it. You've seen it on reviews. You've seen it on the forums. You've had, some people that are best of friends in this game kind of stand on opposite sides of the platform. Well, this was good. This was bad. Are you a PvE player? Or are you a PvP player? Here, basically just over 48 hours from now, all those answers are going to be out because we're going to be able to get into it, dive into it, give reviews on it. The one thing I hope everyone is learning out of this is watch what you speak to, watch what you wish for. Because while we all thought, or most people thought, or I should say a good population of people thought that the beta was pretty much doo-doo, if you sit down and you scroll through a lot of the old commentary that are on forums and everything like that, a lot of the stuff that people were asking for was kind of what they gave them in a sense. Well, you should concentrate on this. You should concentrate on this. The people that say that Bungie don't listen, you're dead wrong. They do listen. They do care. They're obviously not going to make everybody happy, and that's part of the details. But they need to make sure they position themselves strategically to make sure A, the business carries on, and B, that they get the most satisfaction out of the group or the population that is playing the game at that point in time.
Yeah, I would agree with some of that. Now, some of the things that I'm really looking forward to, we're getting new content, we're getting new loot. I'm really excited about the loot. They're talking about what we get. I think 53 exotics, something like that. They I guess there was a thing from GameStop. They accidentally released a booklet or something. The guide, the Destiny 2 guide.
You've been doing a little
Early.
bit of that.
Yeah, and one of the things that they were talking about is like there's 50 plus exotics out there. Some of them are reprints. Not super jazzed about that, but majority of them are not. They're actually new items that we can pick up, and there's over 100 legendaries dropping with the game. And I think when the game came out, when Vanilla came out, there's only like 50, so it's like double.
Yeah,
and that's awesome. I'm
yeah.
super excited to see that. So I'm super pumped for just the fact that we're getting new content, but new loot, new raid. There's so much stuff to do and to see and hear that the European Dead Zone is so much bigger. That's awesome. But I think one of the things that I'm just most excited about it really is this Lost Sectors. And I don't want to get too excited about it because I don't want to be let down. But at the same time, I'm pretty jazzed about it, dude. Like lost sectors, if it's as cool as it sounds, it really is like a kind of a dungeon where you have to go down and fight all this crap, and it can take a little bit of time. I think it's going to be an awesome experience, and I'm really excited for that. I really hope that these lost sectors aren't like, oh hey, that took like 3 minutes to get through, and then I hit a boss that took 5 minutes. So in 10 minutes, I'm done with this lost sector. I hope it's like it's actually a little bit of a journey, like you really
Yeah.
have to go dig deep and go in there, especially if you're doing it by yourself. So very excited about the lost sectors.
I'm hoping in a way that it's similar to that, but I'm hoping that it's not static. And what I mean by that is, okay, we go through reset. Okay, the vendors change, this change. This is what we know in Destiny 1.
But those stay the same.
Could those things change?
That would be awesome.
Okay, something changed within the landscape or vice versa. So a cave that was a lost sector that was there this week now is no longer there.
Yeah.
Where is it? What exactly happened? Even though
I'm afraid that they are going to be static. I'm afraid that they are going to stay the same spot.
I have a feeling they are too.
I think they already said that they will be because they designed them from they're not going to be what what Minecraft is the randomly generated whatever.
Yeah, content. Well, they're going to be placing those markers to sit down and say, okay, yeah, this is where a lost sector is, and it shows up on the map. But like I said, with stuff like that, the more you basically talk about it, it could maybe generate an idea where something doesn't go to a static mode and it does populate here or there. So every single week you're sitting back and you're looking for this or you're looking for that, whatever it may be.
Right. Well, the fact that they even put this stuff in here to begin with, I think it gives way to the possibility that maybe in the future, even though if that doesn't happen now, in the future, potentially those randomly generated dungeons are a thing, and they spawn up more frequently than, oh hey, I beat one. You can only do like so many a week or something like that. You beat it, and then you're like, well, now what am I going to do? So I'm really excited about what the possibilities entail for that in the future. And it's awesome that they're working with Blizzard in that kind of capacity to come out with things like this, to come out with gear that I know that the raid gear is usually like set pieces, but actual have set pieces where you have a helmet and gauntlets equipped, and because you have two pieces of that gear, you get it like a bonus. But then if you have the chest plate equipped, you get a third bonus. But if you have the legs equipped too, you get a fourth. And if you have the cloak or the band, the Titan mark, whatever
class item,
yeah, you have the class item, then you get like the full set bonus, and it's like all of those things plus an extra thing, and that's awesome. I really hope that's true, and I hope that's going to be the thing.
That was in that post where it was kind of a leak possibly coming out of Bungie. It's speculation that gear sets were going to, and here I go using again, charge each other or energize or produce some other random perk or incentive for that user.
Yeah.
And I think with them strafing away from, your tier 12 equipped Guardian, they're probably able to do that a little bit easier.
Right.
And it gives people more incentive to go back and chase that.
And we don't even know what mods are going to do yet, so there's so much potential out there. That's what's really exciting.
A lot of unknown.
I can't wait to see this. I can't wait to get in there and check it all out. We're just over 2 days away from this. I'm super pumped. So Charger, we're starting over from scratch. The raid's only 9 or so days away. What character are you going to take to max level first?
Oh, rinse and repeat, just like I did in Destiny 1.
Master Race, huh?
It's going Warlock. It's going Warlock. No ifs, ands, or buts. The other characters look interesting, and actually, if you look overall, I've always been really happy with my Warlock. I've got a higher KD ratio on my Titan, and I still enjoy playing Titan, especially in the PvP elements. But I'm going to keep it exactly on the format that I had with D1. It'll be Warlock, Hunter, and Titan in the rear. Sorry, Titan fans. But that's the way I'm building my schematic and my loadout as of this point in time. Unless something else pops up, there's all these things that we're going to be able to do, and doing it with friends, clan members, guided games when it gets here. Like anything else in the raid, when you went into Crota's End for the very first time, there wasn't anything that you said, oh, well, you have to have a hunter for this. If you remember Crota's End, man, the first time, you had to have a hunter. You had to be a hunter. I mean, I ran sword on my warlock. It didn't bother me in the least bit. People would ask me, oh, can you run sword? Well, are you going to go to your hunter? No. Staying on my warlock. That's how I've got it set up. That's what I run. Those type of moments, I think, will still come out with this new raid. It's just going to be up to us to uncover them, expose them, master them, learn them, and then carry that knowledge on to the other players.
Yeah, I think this, particularly having a Titan and a Warlock, is going to be massive for PvEs, like the raid.
Don't underrate
that light well, or the healing wells and damage wells, plus the bubble, plus the wall.
Yep,
you can put up. I think that's going to be huge.
It does look that way.
I feel like this is more geared towards the 2x2x2 thing, where you have 2 Warlocks, 2 Titans, 2 Hunters, to really reinforce that, because with the 2 Warlocks you have the damage and the health bonus, and with the Bubble Bros, and then you have 2 Tethers. It just feels like this really could be something they're kind of going for.
It could. I just would hope that they make, how do I want to put it? You make the layout, and I hate saying this, but I'm going to say it, easier for a 2x2x2 format on the raid. But on the, let's say you have 3, 2, and 1, or 3 and 3, or 4 and 2, it's still attainable, but it ups the difficulty.
Yeah.
But then we've also got, don't forget, you got those prestige levels, and we don't know what that's going to entail. Maybe it will be where you have a possibly locked loadout, or you have to have a Titan, a Warlock, and a Hunter in X amount of numbers, similar to like the quest you did with Outbreak Prime. So you have to have diversity within your fire team in order to get what's needed. Like I said, it's going to be an interesting time how all these pieces are going to come together, and we figure it out and explore all this new area and this new content.
Yeah. So you're going to be jumping in raid opening day?
Oh, I'm there. I don't know who. We've got a lot of people talking. I made the post within our clan chat the other day, and there's still more information I got to get out to the Destiny Expanse clan members about what's going to happen, how this is going to work, et cetera, et cetera. But who's going to be there putting in the time, able to do it? You got to almost be borderline obsessive with it. I know I'm not afraid to say I am, because that's the experience I want. There's nothing better than going into the raid blind. And literally the only thing I watch when that happens is I may watch Bungie's Twitter feed just to see if some other fire team already made it through while I'm still exploring, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not one to try to run through it physically as fast as I can. I enjoy finding the exotic chest or this secret or that secret, and who knows what's going to be out there this time. Like I said, it's all brand new. It's them rewriting the script and bringing us the content. So yeah, I'm definitely excited about that.
All right, man. Well, I think that's all the time we have for today. I'd like to thank everyone that tuned in to today's show on YouTube on our Destiny Expanse channel. If you liked what you heard, you can download this in podcast form on Podbean and iTunes. Like, subscribe, and review. It would help us out. You can contact us with any questions at destinyexpanse@gmail.com. And during mailbag, we will read those questions on there. Again, that's Destiny Expanse, one word, destinyexpanse@gmail.com. And before we go, I'd like to ask you to head on over to destiny2.rockstarenergy.com and enter the code 292FKC for a VXTR again on destiny2.rockstarenergy.com. Enter the code 292FKC 4AVXTR, and you'll unlock yourself a random legendary Ingram for when D2 drops. Now, that's one of Rockstar's giveaways. And in the words of The Rock's character Maui from Moana, you're welcome.
Now, here's my question: what can did that one come off of?
Couldn't tell you. Bought it off eBay.
Oh hell! Well, I'm going to spice it up here, and I unfortunately, with everything else going on this weekend, I was unable to get my Pop-Tarts codes. But anyone that's willing to go in as a Titan, once again, you're going to go to destiny2.rockstarenergy.com. This is a Titan code, and this number is 93RXRA7379KD. Once again, this is for a Rockstar Energy Legendary Ingram Titan 93RXRA7379KD.
All right. Thanks, Sarge. I appreciate it. I got to put in. That's awesome.
What a cheat.
Oh, man. Well, Charger.
Anything to get that edge, right?
You bet, man. You bet. I gotta get that Titan leveled up.
I gotta go heist this Kellogg's Pop-Tarts truck. I'll be right back.
Well, it's always a pleasure, man.
Oh, it's been great. I even going back looking at when you talked to me about this, and it took basically 6 months to get up the motivation. It's been good, and it's been a good experience for me. And I'm hoping that we're going to continue to grow with this and bring a few more details out to not only members of the Destiny Expanse clan, but any of you listeners that are out there. And we've got listeners all over the place. What's our furthest location right now, subscriber wise? Australia. So as always, thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. And more importantly, thanks for playing Destiny. We're going to see you in Destiny 2 here in a very few short days.
Oh, cannot wait. Today's fun fact, Destiny 2 is only 2 days away. Best of luck to everyone out there. Happy trails, Guardians. We are out.